Okay guys, this is the obedience routine for myself and Gage in our IGP3 at the York Region Schützen Club. So it should be noted we did earn our IGP3 in this trial. So I'm going to just walk you guys through the obedience routine. So right away the dog's in a good emotion. He's moving down the field nicely. He is slightly in front of me. He is slightly crowding me. He certainly is doing this more now than he ever really does in training. So something we have to work on. You can see even in the left turn, like he totally missed the left turn. It normally has much stronger rear end awareness, and the fact that he didn't there, it should tell you all you need to know about his mindset. He's active, he's loosey-goosey, but he definitely feels like the rules don't apply on this trial. And that's the danger of trialing so close. I trialed 7 days earlier at the regionals. We did very well in obedience. A few small mistakes, but the dog earned 95 points. Unfortunately, in this trial, you can see that the dog's a little bit more out of control, a little more loosey-goosey. The good news is he is having fun. And, you don't ever want to see the dog go flat. You don't want to see the dog quit. You can see now he's a little better, still a little late there on the about turn. I just know that he's capable of a lot more, and he is generally doing a lot more in training. So when you see a bit of a different picture in the trial versus the training, it's time to say, okay, probably too many trials in a row, not that we didn't know that. Unfortunately, if we wanted to do Canadian Nationals, our only choice was to trial a week later because we had to earn our 3. So there you see us showing our healing through the group. Dog's reasonably attentive there. A little, again, like you guys can't really tell maybe if you don't know the dog, but I know him, of course, very intimately, and I know when he's a little bit off, he's a little bit loose, a little more jumping, vocal a little bit. I'm actually okay with the vocalization. I'm okay with him being a little more like, active. I don't like the position in the healing, just a little bit in front. There, he was a little slow in the sit-in motion. That was actually because I forgot to cue him for the sit-in motion in the build-up there. And that's why it cost me about a second there for him to go into the sit-in motion. And that, I think, cost me now in the rest of the routine. So you're going to see now the other positions, and none of them were the way that they normally are. Still good emotion. Like you see when I come next to him, he gets active. A little jumpy there. A little too jumpy, to be honest with you. And then in the running, so you can see the plots now. Very slow. Smells the ground. He's just out to lunch right now. So, again, all these things. Small points, small points, small points. So you can see the recall now to the front. Good speed, and he comes in active, not passive. That is something we worked on. So I do like the activity there. Finish could be a bit faster. Here I make a mistake. I should have actually started jogging right away from the stand-in motion. So you can see the stand-in motion. He takes that extra step. He never ever does that. That's definitely something that it's just a sign. And the looking around so much and stuff like that. He's not 100% there. See the recall now. Let's see it. Good speed. Comes in active. A little bit of a bump there. Finishes slow. And that's because I knew he was about to bark at me. So I just told him to finish. So he was kind of caught between barking and the finish. So it slowed him down a little bit. So he's nice and active going to the dumbbells. You can see he starts getting a little vocal at the dumbbells. That's normal. I'm okay with that right now. I'd rather he be in a good mood when he sees a dumbbell. We have a little bit of conflict in our dumbbells because I was trying to fly a little bit too close to the sun, aka make things perfect. And sometimes when you try to make things perfect, you actually create more problems than you solve. So our dumbbells are something that they weren't perfect in regionals, and they're definitely less than perfect now. So there you can see the pickup wide left turn. Also in the build-up for the dumbbell, his rear end came off the ground. There he's pushing it into me, and he pulses on the dumbbell a couple of times. Again, active there. You just see he's too loosey-goosey here, guys. He's too loosey-goosey. Got to see if I can fix these dumbbells. Good. Okay, so then switching again, very active. He's not. So here you can see again the rear end is slow, and that's not normal. Also, guys, I should mention a big thank you to Chandra for filming this. I do appreciate that. Always good on the filming. So again, the pickup was slow. Bumps me slightly, not major. And then the finish is slow here as well. Again, guys, you know, these are all completed exercises. I'm just pointing out the slight mistakes. So all these mistakes, there's a little point here, a little point there. So again, throwing, his rear end comes up. This is where we really lose the most of our points, right? So he goes, he picks it up, turns left, and instead of coming back over the wall, he goes to come back over the jump because he's just not concentrating, right? He's just a little bit out there. And this was big points. This ultimately probably cost me, like, I don't know, 7, 8 points. And ultimately, guys, so you guys are going to see me do the send out. Send out always goes well. But this routine, you know, I probably would have had maybe like low 90s. And because it is a club trial. But missing that wall basically dropped me down into the high 80s. So we got 87 points here. Even the plots slow, right? Just everything a little bit slow. On to the next one.